to Raise Pilates, and today I'm going to go through a standing warm-up. So we're going to set up the position, make sure we've got neutral in the feet, hip distance apart. So if you place the heel of the foot into the arch of the foot and spin it round, feet should be directly underneath the knees, underneath the hips. So just gently peel the toes up, rock backwards and forwards through the 3 points in the feet. So that's underneath the big toe, the little toe and the heel of the foot. And we're just gently rocking backwards and forwards, making it a little bit smaller each time till we come to a stop, and we can feel the weight evenly spaced. Let the toes come down onto the mat. Lengthen from the arches, up through the ankles, up through the lower legs, taking the locks off the knees, up through the thighs, pelvic bones facing forward, pelvis is in neutral. Up through the torso, roll the shoulders up, back and down, gently opening the chest, up through the throat, up through the head, to the top of the ceiling. So we should feel lengthened from the arches of the feet, held but not forced, okay? So focusing on the breath, in through the nose, exhale through pursed lips. When you're breathing out, you're lifting through the pelvic floor, hollowing through the abs. Engage. Okay. We're going to start off by placing the hands on the hips and thinking about where the weight is when we do this next exercise. So it's all about making sure that the pelvis is in a neutral, stable position, and we're going to lift each heel one at a time, and as we do so, we want to make sure the weight stays in the middle. So you're going to inhale, exhale, peel one heel off the mat, inhale, bring it back down, exhale, opposite side, lift, inhale, back down. So as you do so, what you want to avoid is having to transfer the weight to lift, transfer the weight to lift. Keep everything in the middle, so you engage your core, lift, peel all the way up, inhale, back down. So as you're doing that, just thinking about working through the foot, through the ankle, through the knee, the hip, but keeping those abs engaged, cores engaged. Lift as you exhale, inhale as you come back down. 2 more each side. Breathe in. Engage. Lovely. Last one each side. Okay. I'm going to work a little bit on balance now. So we're going to balance on one leg, and as we do so, we're going to keep that knee slightly soft. So the right leg is going to go out. You're going to balance on your left leg. You're going to take the right arm up in the air. So as you do so, you want to lengthen, knee is soft, lift, and you're going to come forwards. And the ideal is to try and keep the chest open as you reach forwards and then come back. Try not to touch the mat. If you need to, pop the toe back down. But you try not to actually touch the mat with the hand. So you're going to inhale, exhale, come back up. So we're going to do it 4 more times. Inhale, keeping the chest up, head's in alignment. Exhale. And that knee being soft and slightly bent just takes a little bit more concentration. Last 2, sorry. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And then just going to gently swap it around. And you might find one side's a little bit easier than the other. So making sure that that knee is bent. Not bent like this, but not hyperextended. So you want the knee slightly bent. Left arm up in the air. Inhale. Exhale. Sorry, inhale, come forwards. Exhale as you come back up. Good. And again, so nice controlled movement. And if you're struggling, it doesn't have to be as far forward, so you can be here and coming back up. It's always about control and technique. So if you find that you're wobbling and then you're having to put your feet down, then you've lost the momentum. So you're going to do 2 more. So you're better off doing a slightly lower technique, lower level, to keep the technique. Good. And back down. Okay, a little bit more balance, and again it's working on the hips and stability and working on a little bit of mobility now. So one leg, balance, you're going to lift this knee up so it stays in line with the hip. So there we're working on strength, here we're working on a little bit of stability. Relax the shoulders, go out of the waist. This hip bone stays facing forward, so imagine it's a little light and it stays facing towards me, because as you open this opposite knee, you don't want to let the hips come with, okay? So you're going to exhale, open, inhale, come back to center. Relaxing the shoulders, engage your core, exhale, inhale, back. So if you're tight in this area, you might only be able to get to here, and that's fine. But if you find that you're getting to there and you want to go further, but then you're doing this and you're losing that the point of the exercise. So it's more about just gently opening the hip, bringing it back. 2 more. Engage your core. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Replace. So opposite leg now. Balance. Inhale. Engage. Another little tip to think about when you're balancing on one leg is not to put all of the weight on the leg that you're actually balancing on. It sounds a bit daft, but basically if you do that, then what you're going to do is you're going to tilt over, your body overbalances and you fall out of balance. Try and imagine that that leg is still there, so your centre is still midline. You're just slightly shifting the weight, you're engaging the core, so the muscles on this side have to work a little bit harder to keep you upright. 2 more. Lovely, okay, feet back to hip distance. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to gently reach down the side of the body, keep the knees soft, so don't hyperextend, keep them just off that midline into that softened position. Inhale, exhale, just gently lengthen a bit further. Inhale, come back to center. As you do this exercise, when you're coming down the side of the body, what I want you to try and not do is rotate. So if you tighten your hips, or you tighten your back, what you'll find is you'll want to do this, or you'll want to do this. Well, that just means you need to maybe not go as far down. We've got that position. You're just going to gently stretch. Exhale, hold it a bit further. Inhale, come back to center, okay? Soften the knees. Now, if that arm, taking the arms up is too much, just do arm off, hold. Exhale, hold. Inhale, back. So you've got that option if you find that's just too much. So you exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, come back to center. 1 more each side. Keeping the chest facing me as you exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Engage your core. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Okay, we're going to just come down and I'll roll down. So we're going to do a little routine working on balance, strength and warming the body up. So we're going to start off in chair pose. So when we do chair, watch out for the knees. So whenever we do anything with the knees bent, we want the knees to go directly over the toes, but the weight to be a little bit more towards the heel. So you don't ever want to be in this sort of position, okay? Weight is here, here. Chest open, shoulders together, pulling the belly button in. We're going to take the arms up. Now if you find that it's more comfortable, you can take the hands a little bit lower. So you're going to inhale, and then you're going to just gently place the hands down. Step 1 leg back. Gently bring the chest up. Come back down. And you're going to come up into downward facing dog. So remember, in downward facing dog, it's all about the back. Your hamstrings are there. If you're tight, bend those knees and really work on lengthening through the back. 2 breaths. Then you're going to step it forwards with the opposite leg. So if you step back with the right leg, you're going to step forwards with the left. Then step it back. You're going to find your centre, into chair, back up and release. We'll do it again on the opposite side. So down into chair, hands down. So now we're going to step back with the left leg. Chest comes up. Hand comes down into downward facing dog. Remember, if you need it, bend the knees. If not, it's all about imagining you're going to place the forearms on the mat and lengthen from the palms of the hands, gently rotating into the shoulders. 2 breaths. Second exhalation, take the right leg now, step it forwards, step the opposite leg forwards, chair, come back up. We're going to do it 1 more time, each side, sorry. I'll go through a few variations if you're struggling with the hip mobility as well. So if you're a bit tight in your hips, your options are to just step the leg back, pop the knee on the mat, chest comes up. If you find that actually chest coming up really knocks you off balance, you can just do this, okay? So you come up, hands stay either side to stop that falling position, okay? And you're going to tuck the toe under, step the opposite leg back into downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Now because we step back with the right leg, the left leg's going to go forward. So if you're stuck with your hip mobility, come down at your knees, step it forward, then step it forward, into chair, and back up. Last one. Okay, chair. I'm just going to go back to normal full level. Chest comes up. 90 degrees at that front knee, so it's not like this, okay? Weights towards the back. Hands come down, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. And you're going to step back with the right leg. Step, feet hip distance.